In today's video, I will be showing you how to fix problems with your printer in Windows 10. These problems could be that your printer's not printing, or perhaps your print queue has some print jobs that are stuck. The first thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and turn your printer off and turn it back on again. You may have already tried this, and if you have, then pull out the actual power cable out the back of your printer and then leave it for about 10 seconds and then plug it back in. Once you have done this and the printer has booted back up, go ahead and try and print something again and see if it is now working. And also, if you did have some jobs that are stuck in the print queue, with a bit of luck, those jobs would have been cleared and you will be able to print the files again. The next thing we want to do is go ahead and like this video if you enjoy it, and also don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Anyway, so the next thing we actually want to do to fix problems with the printer is to go ahead and restart the job file that's in the print queue. If you're having issues with the print queue, to open up the print queue, all we need to do is click on the start menu and type in control panel. You now need to open control panel. You now need to click on devices and printers. And you now need to select your printer. I'm just going to use this one as an example. And you then need to click on see what's printing. You will now see a list of all the jobs that you are currently trying to print to your printer. You now need to right click on the job. As you can see, I don't actually have a job, but you need to right click on the job file and then go ahead and click on restart. If it still doesn't restart the job or doesn't work, you then need to right click on the file and click cancel. And with a bit of luck, that will cancel the job. Or it might go into a spool error. So the next thing we need to do to clear this list is to open up the services. And to do this, all we need to do is open the start menu and type in service. And you now need to click on services. We now need to scroll all the way down until you find print spooler. And there it is. We can now right click on this service and go stop. It will now stop this service, and once it has stopped, you can always double click it just to make sure it has definitely stopped. We can then go ahead and press start, and it will then restart the service. Once the service has started up, with a bit of luck, your queue should have cleared, and you will then be able to print back to your printer, and also that will resolve a lot of issues when it comes to printing to your printer. You'd be surprised by the amount of times that just stopping that service and starting it up again has resolved printing problems. If that didn't, however, resolve the issues you are having with printing, then this could actually be down to something like a driver issue. Perhaps your printer driver has become corrupted. This can actually be quite a common issue. So you now need to head on over to the manufacturer website of your printer and download the latest driver for your printer. Once you have downloaded the driver, go ahead and install the driver, restart your PC, and then try and print to your printer. If that didn't fix the issue, then the next thing we want to do is keep that driver that you just downloaded to your computer, but this time open up the Device Manager. All we need to do is right click on the start menu icon and then click Device Manager. We now need to expand print queues, and you then need to right click on your printer, and you then need to go uninstall device. This will then remove your printer from your system. We can go ahead and press uninstall, and if I go back to Device Manager, you can now see computer sluggish printer is no longer there. That's great, because now you can re-add the printer. With a lot of printers, you can actually set up the printer using the manufacturer install files, so I highly recommend you do this. But if you have a slightly older printer, or you don't have that option, then you can go ahead and restart your computer, unplug the printer before you restart your PC or laptop, restart, and then plug the printer back in. And Windows 10 should then detect your printer and install the printer and the latest driver. If it didn't install the printer, then the next thing we want to do is go back to Devices and Printers on Control Panel, and then click on Add a Printer. Your printer should then be listed in the list below, but if it isn't, you then need to click on the printer that I want isn't listed. You can then go ahead and add the printer by clicking on Add Local Printer or Network Printer with Manual Settings. You then need to press Next, and you then need to select the port that you want to use and then press Next, and you can then select your printer from the list below. If you can't see your printer in the list below, then you can always click on Have a Disk, if you do have a disk for your printer. But like I said at the start, you are better off getting the drivers for your printer from the manufacturer's website. After updating all the drivers and reinstalling your printer to your machine, if that didn't resolve the issues, then the only other thing you can do is make sure you have the latest Windows 10 updates installed. To make sure you have the latest Windows 10 updates installed, all you need to do is open up the Start menu, and you now need to type in Update. You now need to click on Check for Updates, and you then need to click on Check for Updates again, and Windows will now check to see if you have the latest updates installed. And unfortunately, that does bring us to the end of this video. If you did find a way to fix your printer with a method that I did not mention in this video, then comment below, help everyone else out. And if installing the latest Windows updates didn't resolve the issues with your printer, then it might actually be that you need to do a hardware factory reset on your printer. You can normally do this through the printer settings, but check the manual or the manufacturer website on how to do this on your printer, and just be warned that when messing around with settings like that, you could actually damage your printer, so take that into account. And if that doesn't resolve the issues, then it might just be that your printer has become unsupported for Windows 10, or it just is unfortunately broken. So I hope you did enjoy this video and it did help. If you did, hit the like button below and subscribe for more computer sluggish tutorials.